Hey guys, my name is Justin Mueller, and I just want to kind of give you a quick little introduction of who I am, what I do for a living, and actually why I decided to join Forex Entourage. I'd say about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. So first of all, my name is Justin Mueller. Once again, I'm actually a full-time internet marketer. I actually work full-time from home in this network marketing slash internet marketing industry. And a lot of people ask me, Justin, did you join Forex Entourage, just to use the products, to be a distributor, or both? And the honest answer to that is both, but mainly just to use the products. I remember back when I joined Forex Entourage, I've been trading on the Forex market now for roughly 2 years. And when I say 2 years, I don't mean consistently. I have to be honest with you. I would say the first year, I was just kind of testing out the waters. I was playing around with the markets, lost a lot of money because I wasn't really educated. I wasn't really taught I don't want to say the right ways of trading on the market, but the smart ways. I wasn't really taught how to professionally trade. And that was my problem. I wasn't really taught the mindset of traders. I wasn't taught the technicals, the fundamentals, something as simple as price action, support and resistance. I knew nothing about that. I just got in on a trade. I didn't have any patience whatsoever. And because of that, that is why I lost a lot of money. And that is why, after my first year, I kind of quit trading for a few months. And then I'd say roughly 6 months after the first year, so a year and a half after I first started, that is when I really started to get back into trading. And I started to pick up momentum and actually see some pretty good results to the point now where I'm able to pull in two, three, even $400 in a single day, all from my smartphone trading. And actually, a big portion of that money actually comes from using the Forex Entourage products. And one of the most important products that I use with FXE, Forex Entourage, is their brand new PIP Analyzer Pro. And in this video, I just want to kind of show you exactly how I'm able to use it and how it's been working very well for me. Now, the one thing you have to learn is really, if you want to become a professional trader, yes, there are a lot of professional traders out there that trade on multiple pairs. But at the end of the day, there's one common theme that I see among professional traders, and it's that they master 1 to 2 pairs. The one thing that they don't do is they trade on 20 different pairs and expect to be successful on all of them. The way I look at it is like marrying someone. The one thing you don't want to do is get into 20 different relationships and have to manage all of them. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hard to remember everyone's birthday. It's going to be hard to remember what everyone's favorite color is, what everyone's favorite dinner, what favorite food. You want to treat this like a relationship. So stick with one pair as if you're going to stick with one person in your life. So kind of think of it like that. So if you're going to get into this industry, if you're going to get into the Forex market, you want to treat it like a real relationship because it is going to be a real relationship. You're going to have ups. I hope you can see my mouse here. You're going to have ups and you're going to have downs. So definitely in the world of investing, you're going to have a lot of ups and downs. But overall, if you can really get past the impatience part of, always having to get in a trade just because you're bored, really it's just about timing, waiting for it to hit a perfect entry, get in a buy, get in a sell, knowing exactly where you think it's going to go based off of your strategy you may have in place, or maybe a strategy you learned from someone that is successful in the markets. Really, it just all comes down to who you are being taught from, who your mentor is. These are some things here you're going to learn in Forex Entourage that you necessarily won't just learn in a YouTube video. You'll see a lot of people that just put out YouTube videos for free, but they don't really actually go into detail on exactly what you need to know. Some of the knowledge you're going to learn here in Forex Entourage, it's some pretty in detail stuff. I gotta admit, I'm actually pretty impressed. But really quick, I just want to kind of show you exactly how I use the PIP Analyzer Pro along with my strategy. So really, I'm just a technical trader. I don't use any indicators. The only thing I do is I use an app called My FX Book. It's an app that allows you to hook up your Forex account to kind of view it in a graph to see the kind of performance you're having. And I also use it to check the calendar for any major economic news that could potentially affect the current pair AUD USD that I trade on. So for example, today, excuse me, today is Friday. It is NFP. Right now it's 1 in the morning So NFP already happened, it's done, the market's closed right now. But because it was NFP, anything can happen. But I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to predict NFP. And yeah, so this is how I do it. So I'm a technical trader, meaning all I do is I trade based off of support and resistance, and I trade based off of trend lines. I like to keep things simple. If you can keep things simple, the simpler the better. That's it. And that thing, a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, they'll say, if you can keep it simple, it's going to make money. The simpler things will make you the most money. So I apply that concept in everything I do. So what we're going to do here, I'm on the website tradingview.com. So you just go here, click on trend line. I'm just going to give you like an insight towards how my strategy works. I mean, this is nothing new. This is actually pretty basic, but we take it a step further because we're using the Pip Analyzer Pro. So what I do is these are called wicks. You see, you have the candles bodies. By the way, this is not Heikin-Ashi. This is actually candlesticks, not hollow, just regular candles. So you're going to see here's the body, and then those white lines, excuse me, I'm kind of hiccuping right now. Those white lines are called wicks. So what I do is I grab one of the tallest wicks on top, not the small wicks here, the ones on top, and then I drag a line down to any wick down here. So for this example, we're going to do this wick because it's one of the highest wicks in this area. So sorry if my voice is kind of freaking out. I have the hiccups. So right here, you want to go from the top of the wick to the top of the wick. This is just kind of what I do. This is just kind of like a beginner's intro towards exactly how I do it. Now there's going to be a support and a resistance side to this. So as you can see here, the market pushed through, so it broke out, went up, and it came back down. Now right here, this is where NFP happened. I actually called this out on my Instagram page. I let people know I was going to place a buy before NFP came out, and it actually hit my take profit exactly, making a good $300. So the way I predicted this was because I drew a quick trend line from the top of the wick to the top of this wick, and then once the market came down here, that was a good indicator. Once it touched it, that was a good indicator for me that it was going to buy. Now, of course, I'm never always 100% sure. I always need some kind of extra confirmation. So this is where the Pip Analyzer Pro comes into play. So right here, here's what it's going to look like. So they don't pop up with all the pairs in the Forex market. It's only a few pairs that they have on this algorithm that gives you notifications on when to buy and sell based on the algorithm that it has, because the person that created this software, his name is Stephen Hooley, shout out to him, by the way, great guy, love the guy, helped me out definitely with this software. What it does is, not every pair is suited to use this algorithm. Only a few pairs are really effective, and that's why you'll see a bunch of pairs that are repeated, such as GBP USD, AUD USD, gold, USD CAD, NZD USD, NZD JPY, Euro USD, and those are virtually the only pairs you're going to see. You see how here's a track record for like the entire day today. You see how it's like all the same pairs? That's because we have found that these pairs work the best. Now with my strategy, what I do is I turn off the 5-minute and the 15-minute notifications, and I only use the 1-hour notifications. And the reason why is because here on TradingView, like I showed you, I'm actually on the daily chart. So that means I'm looking for more long-term trades. So you see from here to here, that was a good 30 pips, roughly 30 to 50 pips, depending on where I got my entry. And since I was trading on a standard lot, that's $10 per pip. So 10 times 30 equals $300. So that is why I only use the 1 hour for if I'm doing this strategy, what I just taught you here of drawing a simple trend line, a very simple from wick to wick trend line. This is why I only use 1 hour notifications on the Pip Analyzer Pro, because the 1 hour notifications aren't meant for scalping the market. They're meant for long-term trades. And since I'm looking to get into a long-term trade that's anywhere between 50 to 100 pips, I'm on the daily chart. So this, I'm not really here to kind of tell you exactly what I do. I'm not here to give you an entire lesson on how I make my money, with my strategy that I kind of put together over the years of, losing money trading on my own without any help whatsoever. Then eventually, once I found kind of my own system that works for me, I found a way to have the FXE Pip Analyzer Pro mix in with my strategy, and actually helps a ton. So basically what I have to say is I'm just a 20-year-old kid that works full-time from home. And honestly, if it wouldn't have been for the software, like my trading wouldn't be where it is right now. And this thing just came out recently. So I don't know where I have been without this thing, but thankfully he created this. I'm definitely be using this on a daily basis now. There are even some days where I don't trade just because I don't need to. Yeah, I just wait for it to hit my trend line. And then once I get a notification from the Analyzer Pro saying buy or sell, it's just an extra form of confirmation for me saying, okay, it's going in tune with my strategy. So it's an extra confirmation for me to buy or sell. So that's it. Guys, if you want to reach out to me, you can. If you have any questions, I know you guys can reach out to Forex Entourage directly, or you can reach out to Stephen Hooley. He's actually the creator of it, of the software. Or if you have any questions for me directly, because I am actually well versed on the products. I've been using the Auto Trader, the Signals, and the Pip Analyzer Pro for quite some time now, for a few months. So if you have any questions, any in-depth questions, feel free to reach out to me on Facebook. Here's my name, Justin Mueller, and I actually get back to you with pretty quick, usually within 5 to 10 minutes. But other than that, that is it. That's my testimonial. Thank you guys. Sean, I believe his name is Sean, Paul, the guys over there at Forex Entourage, and thank you, Stephen. Other than that, take care and have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.